Welcome to the first tutorial of the Stata online tutorial series for the Maastricht Graduate School of Governance. To follow along with the tutorials, you will need the statistical software package by Stata Corp, namely Stata and Release 11, which you can purchase a license for via the Stata Corp website at stata.com. Additionally, the tutorials will be done using the book A Stata Companion to Political Analysis, 2nd edition by Philip Pollock. This book is a 2011 CQ Press publication and can be purchased through the cqpress.com website. As for the technical specifications, you will need access to a Microsoft Windows-based computer, the CD which accompanies the book, as it contains the dataset that we will be using, and a location to save your work, such as a USB. As you are going through these tutorials, there are some points to keep in mind. You can find a lot of information on the Stata website, such as online support, resources, the bookstore, and more. Also keep in mind that this is not a statistics tutorial, so it might be a good idea to have an Intro to Statistics or Econometrics book handy if some statistical concepts are not familiar to you. It is recommended that you do the exercises in the Stata Companion book, as they can be useful in developing your understanding of the material further. And if something doesn't make sense, research it. Go online, look for books, and ask around. There is an abundance of resources out there, and you should make use of it. And finally, you should remember that there are no natural-born Stata users. These tutorials should be used as an additional tool in conjunction with hands-on work that you do. Stata is learning by doing. It will be frustrating at first, but the more you do it, the better you will become. So let's begin. This is how a Stata screen looks like. As you can see, Stata has 4 windows. The command window, where you type the command, the results window, where you can view the output of the command, the review window, where you can see previous commands, and from where you can return commands to the main command window and also edit them, and the variables window. This displays the names of all the variables in the current dataset which you want to analyze. And here we have the menu bar. Let us now open the file GSS 2006, and we can see the display of the variables on the bottom left window. The first command we will use is describe. A very important point to remember is that Stata is case sensitive, so typing describe with capital letters will give you an error response. So type in the describe command, and you will get descriptive information about the data, which is currently in memory. You see the more message at the bottom of the screen. What this is telling us is that there are additional results to be displayed. You can scroll through the output line by line by pressing Enter. To see the next screen, you can click on the Go button on the menu bar, or any key other than Enter. And to end the command without seeing more output, you just click the Break button on the menu bar. Pausing with long output is a default in Stata, and if you would like to change this default, you could type the Set More Off command, and what this will do is take you to the end of the output. You can always reinstate the default by typing Set More On. We're going to keep the Set More Off for now. The next command is the Codebook Command, which provides information about the variable in a dataset. Suppose we want to know the specific coding and labeling information for the variable attend. So we type Codebook Attend. You see, the output is indicating for us that attend is the variable name. The variable label is how often a respondent attends religious services. The numeric codes, which go from 0 to 8, and the value labels corresponding to these codes. So 0 would correspond to never. We can also see the frequencies. And if you notice, we have the dot after the numeric code 8. This is indicating it's missing. If we look at missing here, we can see that 19 observations of the total 4,510 observations are missing observations. Unlike other data packages, Stata doesn't automatically save your work to an output file. However, Stata permits you to select the desired output and get it directly from the results window. This is called a log file. To begin a log file, you click File, then Log, then Begin. Type a name for the log file. We will name this file Chapter 1, and then you click Save. You can also type comments in the log file. To tell Stata that this is a comment and not a command, you always begin with a star. You can always refer to the log file and view it. You go to File, Log, and View. You can also access the same command from the menu bar. So a log file is your output file, and if you are running a lot of commands at once, it is also a good way to review your program and see which commands you did. In Stata, there is also something called a do file. As you start working more with Stata, you will be using them more. These files contain your programs and allow you to save the commands you use and to run them again. Now to printing. Output can be printed directly from the screen or from the log file. As an illustration, let us tabulate, or tab, a command which we will discuss in the next tutorial, the variable Bible. You will get an output. You can easily select the table, right-click, and then print. You will be prompted with some choices, but for now you can just uncheck all the boxes. You can also copy and paste the results into Word. Just select Copy Table as HTML and paste it into Word. There are two commands that will retrieve useful information as you are conducting your data analysis, such as the search command and the help command. For example, if you type search regression, what this will do is give you several pages of output with descriptions to regression-related Stata commands. The help command retrieves specific syntax information. This will become very useful as you become more exposed to the many commands in Stata. So for example, if you type help describe, a viewer window appears explaining to you all that you need to know about the describe command. So now that we have our data file open, let's continue with tutorial 2 and start producing some descriptive statistics and graphs.